Hold on now. Get the music down. Alright, hello everyone. How you guys doing? Welcome. I am Fonzy, and we are here with the Honey's Anime wrap-up for spring 2021. Here we go.
Hello.
We're
hello.
Sorry, experimenting with the new setup and everything. So
Yet again.
So yeah, bear with us. But we are here and we're ready to talk about anime. So
We are.
again, I said I was Fonzy.
I'm Liz.
Oh, and I need to put that on me.
I'm Liz, editor at Honey's Anime. You know us from other Hivecasts that we've done before.
Yes, in the past. Yes. And so we are ready to talk about the anime that we saw for the whole season. Obviously, we dropped some.
Yeah, we did. We dropped quite a few.
Dropped quite a few in the beginning, and then we ended up dropping a little more around like halfway, maybe 7th, 8th episode around there.
Yeah, more than halfway.
But I mean, I hope you guys are doing great. Sorry for a delay, especially with video creations on the website. I had a passing in the family, and so I had to take some time off. Sorry, but things will get back to normal as soon as possible. This is already an insight into the things are better now, so we can move forward and we can do things. So yeah, let's do this. All right. Okay, so let me go over to the side that we're going to be working on. We got a lot of anime to cover, so bear with.
So much.
Yeah, but I hope you enjoy it. We're going to be doing this like at least a minute. We're setting a timer for a minute.
Oh yeah, we usually do a minute.
Yeah, so we usually do a minute, and we're going to try and
series.
flesh out everything within that minute. It can be quick, carry on a little bit more, just FYI. Okay, so let's see.
We don't have to start with that right away.
No, why not?
Right away? Like just jump into it?
Let's just jump into it.
And then we'll do like our top 5s later?
Yeah, at the end, after we talk about everything, because I mean, honestly, we can still show for everything equally, and then have to still ultimately pick the 5th one, or the top 5, sorry.
Okay.
All
right. Okay. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right. So which one's the first one? I don't know.
All right. So
you set it up, so I don't know what order we're going in.
Honestly, it's the same order as we did last time, and I haven't touched it. So let's do this.
Cool.
All right. So first off, we're gonna be going in no particular order. All right. No particular order at all. And here we go. First one we got up is Don't Mess With Me, Miss Nagatoro-san.
Okay. Do you want to go first?
You go first.
I go first?
Yes.
Okay. Alright. This one was cute. It was a really cute anime. Like, the first episode or 2 are very cringy. Like, very cringy. But after that, it gets a little better. It was cringy to me because it really is bullying. Like, she actually literally makes this boy cry, and that's mean, and that's not okay. And so, much like other anime this season, the first impression is, oh my god, no, what are you doing? And then it's like, oh, but there's love in there, and that's why you're acting like a total fool and torturing these poor people. But it's really cute. It's actually really cute, and even it had a good ending. I was satisfied with the way that it ended. Even if they never continue to make anything after that, I would be happy with that ending. And if they do continue to do anything, that would be great too.
That is very true.
It's cute, and it's kind of different, but not. Like, it's tropey and everything, but it's cute.
I agree. I don't know what to say. Other than that, it was pretty cringy in the beginning, basically, just like Liz was explaining and describing in her own ways. And then it's called Sarodere. Sarodere. A new dere. Well, actually, it's kind of been around, but I guess this is more of an introduction, like a huge introduction into it.
Yeah.
But it's pretty cringy, but at the same time, it's really good. I like it a lot. It ends up, kind of being going a little more into the romance and warm-hearted situations, and defending. I like how she defended him. It was great. Other than that, it was enjoyable. The ending was very nice. That was gave me closure. I love it. It can go anywhere from here. It can stop. It can continue.
Yeah, really. Yeah.
I'm happy either way. It was awesome. Oh.
It was good. I enjoyed it. Zeke says he enjoys it. He enjoyed it. He knows a couple that started that way. Oh yeah, see, of course. I mean, of course. Yet I'd rather be teased by Takagi-san, says Zeke. That's funny.
Well,
that's cute. I mean, but see, that's another one that is also the same type of character. Just a little more subdued. A little less intense.
Okay, so now the next one that we have is going to be, it was a good one. This is Moriarty the Patriot. Was it part 2? Season 2, part 2 or whatever?
Yes.
Yes, so.
Not season 2.
Not season 2.
Part 2.
Just season 1, part 2. Okay.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Oh man. I really liked how they continued to bring in these, I want to say obscure characters, but they're not obscure. If people have read the novels, they would know these characters. I don't profess myself to be knowledgeable of this at all. But I know some of the characters, and so it was really interesting for me. It's like, oh, this is that one character that is mentioned, like, in the stories. But for example, like, I didn't know about Milverton. And he's like a really big deal, and he's like kind of like the last boss. Spoiler alert, like. And it's really cool that they bring out, like, now I want to read the parts where Milverton was in the real novels, because I was introduced through it. Moriarty the Patriot.
Yeah.
Right? And so it just reignited my interest in Sherlock Holmes stuff because of the way they adapted it. I loved it. The way they wrapped it up is really good too. It had a good ending as well. I felt closure and I enjoyed every minute of it. And I thought it was good. Great.
Very nice. Okay. Yeah. Let's just start. I never really remembered Milverton. Had to look it up. It was more along the story, the written stories for the books. Very interesting character. I liked it a lot. It provided a lot of thrilling suspense throughout the show because of it. It was really cool, especially the whole idea of it's a villain who's technically doing good. Playing the, how they mentioned it, Robin Hood game or role that Moriarty's doing. And so I like that whole setup, how they had that in there, and they threw in Milverton to have them come together, to work together. Like they're both the same enemy. We are enemies, but we have the same enemy. So like let's take care of that. I love that whole setup. So that was really, really good, and I like it a lot. And I can't wait for more because they're gonna make more. There's gonna be more. There has to be more. If not, then I'm gonna be kind of sad.
I don't know. Maybe movies.
Maybe movies.
Maybe they should make a movies. What do you think?
OVAs, movies, or something like that. So. That would be great. I mean,
cute girls.
No cute girls. Well, you know what? Sometimes to each their own. To each their own.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So that was Moriarty.
All right. So that was Moriarty.
I suggest it if you like Sherlock Holmes. I suggest you watch it.
Absolutely. All right. The next one that we're going to be checking out is another one that was surprising. It was actually really good. I liked it a lot. All right. And this one is Vivy.
Yeah.
The name's so long. Vivy. What was the full
name? Fluorite Song. Fluorite Eyes Song. Fluorite Eyes Song.
Go. I don't.
Like nobody ever calls her that. No.
Ever.
Never. Not once. Not once. I don't think anybody calls her that ever. And that's the name of it. Okay, anyway.
Anywho.
It is interesting because it starts and you're like, oh, this is going to be a music anime, right? And you go in thinking that it's going to be a music anime because it's about her song specifically. But actually, it's not. It's not. I mean, there is a lot of music in it, but it's not about music until later. It's really good. Like, it's surprisingly good. It takes a lot of twists and turns. I wouldn't even want to spoil a lot, like saying too many things, just because it's highly recommended. Like, I recommend you watch it. I like the sci-fi aspect of it. I like what they did with, even there's time travel involved, I guess you could say. Timeline skipping, you know, and stuff, and it's really cool sci-fi. And it's not musical per se, and what music it does have in it is good, and it's for a reason. And yeah, I recommend it. It's beautiful to look at too. I liked it. The action sequences are amazing.
All right, I agree. That was awesome. That show was amazing.
Yeah.
The animation was wonderful, especially the fight scenes. The fight scenes were something to be very, very entertaining and fluid too. Like, it was smooth, and all the actual martial arts, the fight scenes that were going on and everything. That was really awesome. I liked it a lot. The storyline was really great. Had a lot of twists and turns. It was especially, man, you had to like keep on that like really hard because
Matsumoto speaks so fast.
The little android, the cube. Oh man, he speaks so fast. And so other than that, I really like it a lot. It was a surprise to see this season anime that kind of tackled something that was, I don't know, the closest thing I could think of was iRobot with Will Smith. It was like the closest thing you can probably think of in this situation, and it was pretty real. It was not like gritty or gory so much or anything like that, but it was powerful for what it was showing for its visuals and its storytelling. Oof, that was it.
So good.
Yeah, that one I recommend. That one was really good.
Definitely. Back to
like Homes in Kyoto
better than Moriarty. Well, it's a lot more chill, I think. But I haven't seen it, so I don't know.
I haven't seen that one yet.
Yeah. We'll have to check it out sometime. So yeah, that's Vivy. Highly recommended for sure. The new Ghost in the Shell? Maybe. No. No.
I mean,
but
I
still
like
very
Ghost in
good.
the Shell.
Yeah, we both. I mean, yeah, me too.
Okay, so yes, we both recommend this. Vivy is really great. Okay, the next one that we're going to be checking out is The World Ends With You. Go for it. You go first.
Wait, so, and we finished watching this, right?
Yeah. Wait, do you remember?
Yeah, they do go back. Okay. This one was okay. It was... I've never played the game. So I'm not, like, in love with, oh my god, it's exactly like the game because they did A, B, C, or D. So it doesn't kind of fulfill that for me, so I see it from a different perspective than a game fan would. And I kind of went in not thinking about it that way. But because of it, I now have a different way of looking at anime that are based on games. Because they tend to be too based on the game. And it's like, oh, look at this scene. That's exactly like taken out from the game. And I can see through it. You know? Okay. I could see it too much. And I feel like there was build up to things that didn't get dealt with. And there were questions that never really got answered. And I felt like there was build up and then not. Like, it was anticlimactic.
Yeah.
It was very anticlimactic at the end. So, and that's it. Meh. If you've played the game and you love the game, I guess watch it for that reason. But I wouldn't recommend you go out of your way to watch it.
I guess that's true, actually. Yeah, so I too never played the game. but I liked it maybe because I knew it was based off a game, like it was an adaptation from a game. So I liked it. It was very rushed though in some areas, or a lot of areas actually, especially like from I don't know what like storyline fight scene leading up to that. Oh yeah, and then at the same time it was how do I say it? It was like kind of predictable in a sense. It was generic, but again, coming from a game, so you know, I mean, I liked it a lot. The twist at the end was very nice. It was all right. Yeah, I hope it was faithful to the game. I think I heard it wasn't so much, but but I mean, hey, that's one reason why they were doing it. I don't know if they were like sticking to like the same storyline, like it was, how faithful it was. So. Other than that, I mean, I liked it a lot. I thought it was great.
Yeah. I guess it's fun to watch, but it is very formulaic and predictable. But I wouldn't go out of your way to watch it.
Yeah, that one. I mean, yeah, that one's hit or miss. It's if you really want to check it out.
By all means.
Go for it.
And let us know what you think.
Exactly. She was like, eh. And then I was kind of like, I can keep watching this. Yeah,
coming up soon on the website for it, and you will see it does not reflect at all my opinion. At all.
At all. All right. Now we got is SSSS grid. No.
You always have to count them.
SSSS.
DYNAZENON.
That
show was really good.
That one was surprisingly good. But go.
This show was surprisingly good. We didn't watch the first one, like we mentioned when we did this so far. We didn't watch Gridman. Gridman. I don't know.
Gridman.
We didn't watch that, so we know nothing. We just jumped into this, and I was honestly wanting to watch it ironically, sarcastically. And it ended up being good because it's sarcastic and ironic in itself. You know, like I love, and I think I said this before, just the music is so on purpose, like da 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 da, like a kaiju, old kaiju shows from like the 40s or something, or the 70s at the most, the newest. And it was really cool and ridiculous and just kind of like poked fun at itself, and it was fun to watch. It was formulaic in a way too, but it knew it was. It knows it is. It knows what it's doing, and it does it well.
All right, now to piggyback off of that, in a sense, like I agree, but man, it's because it grabbed the kid in me, so I definitely enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot. To tell you the truth. I would probably rewatch it if there's going to be a sequel going on. I'm all there. I definitely liked it a lot. It was tugging a lot of the memory strings. I was like, oh my god! I was like, it reminds me of growing up with Transformers, Voltron, any other like the dinosaurs one. I forget what that version was called. Oh, but anywho, it was really good. Silly storyline. The situations that you were going through was it was just kind of formulated, like she was saying. It was like here and there, but again, the kid in me was just like, oh yes, this is something I like, and I really enjoyed it.
And they knew that.
And they knew that, they were
when they were making.
I'm the target audience to this series, or someone younger, like a kid, my kid. If I had a kid, that would be something that I'd be showing them. It's like Power Rangers all over again. They're re-showing it on TV and in different ways. So it's he likes Gridman and didn't like the new one. It was too much
a throwback to Super Sentai. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But it does it as a parody, kind of. Like it just parodies itself, and I like that. I like that a lot. Also, it's really colorful, and I like colorful, pretty things.
That's true.
Well, the art did get a little sketchy towards the end.
You know what? It kind of did, but not as much as another series that.
Oh, that
we'll get to. We're going down. We're going down.
Uh-oh.
It's not like the next immediate one.
But we'll get to it.
We'll get to it. Yeah. All right. So that was Gridman or DYNAZENON. Sorry. SSSS.DYNAZENON. This one's was it Kabaddi?
Shakunetsu Kabaddi. Yes. Burning Kabaddi. Yeah.
Burning Kabaddi.
Burning Kabaddi. We started watching this. It seemed funny. It seemed funny, and we started watching it for that reason. But there were several reasons that we didn't continue it. And I think one of them was, again, it was a little too typical sports manga or anime at that point, I think. And the art was kind of lazy in some parts, for sure. And I don't know, I didn't get excited about it. I feel like it was moving too slow, even for a sports manga, even. Anime. I keep saying manga for sports anime. I mean, it was before.
It was before.
But it was funny. I did like the comedy. But I guess there wasn't enough to keep me there.
All right. I slightly feel the same. It was a new sport thing. Was somewhat exciting. It was interesting of the whole concept. It's a real thing too. It's not like something made up. Although if it was something made up, then I probably would have liked to continue watching Kabaddi and Burning Kabaddi because it was. I mean, it was nice.
Like if it were a made-up sport?
Yeah, silly, something, but, like, it's serious, and they're trying to, like, add, like, this variety to it when really it's, like, just, it's basically what it is, what it's trying to give you, but all this other side story characters and comedy, and I don't know. That, like, it was entertaining, and it was pretty good, but at the same time, we had a bunch of other things, and I was kind of like, we can skip this one.
We've seen it before.
It's nice. But like if it was anything like Keijo with like 8 exclamation points, that was that's an example of what I'm talking about. Is something that is ridiculous, maybe even too much sometimes, but like there's a lot more excitement and things to go by. So yeah, that's basically my take on that.
So, if you're a fan of the sport, watch it.
Yeah, check it out.
Like I would.
We did. We saw at least like 7 or 8 episodes or something like that, and then we were kind of.
Yeah, we lost interest.
We can focus on other things. Yeah. Okay, so the next one that we have is Shadow's House.
Shadow's House is great, you guys. You have to watch Shadow's House.
That one's really good.
It's really good.
Go for it.
Yeah, for any mystery fans, Shadow's House is awesome. Along with some other anime, obviously, from the season that got taxi. But Shadow's House is so good. Mm-hmm. It has, talk about twists and turns. Maybe, I don't think it's predictable, although you do wonder certain things, and it's done so well. The character dynamics are great. The art style is so pretty and so gothic and sooty. Like, it's always sooty and you can feel the soot.
You can kind of feel it.
Like, it's always, it's so well done. Just artistically, it's well written. The voices are great. Everything. All the twists. I can't wait to see what comes next because obviously we've only just begun with it, so it's really, really exciting.
Is it continuing, or is it
take
a pause and then hopefully a season 2 will come?
No, I think it is continuing. I think it's 24 episodes.
Yeah, it was getting cute. Yes. It really was. All right, so I really liked Shadow's House. That one's like a sleeper cell. You kind of didn't know what you were going to be getting. You're kind of either relying on the cute drawings or sleeper hit. Sorry, no sleeper hit. It's not a sleeper cell. I'm thinking of the game. It was like a sleeper hit.
Oh, yeah, that was it. That was it.
Oh, that was it?
Yeah, this one's not continuing.
All right, so let's hope there's a
That's
second
right.
season. But it was amazing.
Yes,
I liked it a lot. Yeah,
So
it was. The
many
story was pretty good. The character development was awesome, amazing. Everyone was unique in their own little way, and there are a lot of them. And it was it was something that was just very like engaging.
It's intriguing.
Very engaging. Intriguing.
Engaging. It immerses you in its lore and its story, and you get invested in these characters and the mystery of it all. It's really, really, really good.
Very well written, and I love it.
Highly recommend.
Season 2, I hope. Season 2.
Yeah, hope.
Oh man, I hope.
Oh,
All right, so the next one we're gonna be checking out.
Here, right?
All right, this is Combatants Will Be Dispatched.
This show's really funny.
After you.
It's hilarious. It's better than I thought it was going to be. It's exactly what I thought it was going to be. But it's better and more enjoyable than I thought it was going to be. And it's great. It's so refreshing to be on the side of the bad guy, even though we've been on the point of view of Tanya the evil and all these other bad guys, and anti-heroes and what have you. But this is like a show about Team Rocket. If like Team Rocket were actually evil and actually did evil things and wasn't Nintendo, and it's really cool. It's awesome. I love it. I think it's really funny because like Six is such a lech and like he's so tropically gross and like that.
Yeah.
But
That's
he
true.
doesn't get what he wants all the time.
Oh.
He gets his ass handed to him all the time. He gets punished for it over and over, and sometimes he'll get some boobs, in his face or something. But for the most part, it's just punishment after punishment for this poor idiot. But it's just funny. I enjoy it.
Zeke, you're saying he gives Kazuma a run for his money as far as scum goes.
Oh my god, yeah. Yeah, easily.
Yeah, he's right up there. He's right up there.
So scary.
Like this one is definitely more deliberate, obviously, because you have the whole concept of evil points just being involved in the whole thing. So we covered it on the website as a manga coverage first on Honey's Anime. So the manga team took care of that. They reviewed it for us. It was amazing. I checked it out. We had it. We even talked about it on our manga podcast here on YouTube. And we're talking about the anime now. That it's part of the anime scene that we're going over and checking out. Like comedy was great, on point, hilarious, well written plots. That you can follow, and it changed quite often. And man, it just the comedy alone is something
timing,
like you don't
writing,
need anything else.
The voice acting, everything is.
Yeah, it was like it was what do you call it? It was like a revisiting a situation where you got to experience Konosuba season 1 again.
Yeah.
All over again. It was that refreshing and funny.
Exactly.
It's like super funny.
Yeah. It's Konosuba, another planet. It's hilarious.
Oh man.
Hilarious.
So good. I really liked it a lot.
Yeah, I didn't expect a new Konosuba, when I signed up for that show. So I was happily surprised.
God, the evil points. The evil points are the best. The best.
Evil points are fire. Yeah, seriously.
Okay, so the next one that we're going to be talking about is quite a change, 180 and discussion.
Oh my gosh, you guys, this one.
The saint's magic power is omnipotent.
Yeah.
Or omnipotent.
That is the name. Why? When will we stop with these long titles?
Yes.
This show is awesome! This is really good. It's an isekai. I mean, at least it starts that way. Although it continues to be a big part of the plot. Because sometimes it's just like the isekai is the setup and then you never hear again about the other world that this person belongs to. or what they were doing, or what they would be doing if they were back there, or all these things. But they touch on it a lot. It's part of the plot the whole time, you know? Like, you never forget. She never forgets. She's always comparing where I came from to this. It's like she's happier, you know, like say. But then when you look at the other girl's perspective, and that's something I really liked, is that we're seeing the other girl's perspective too. Through the like a little bit. You haven't seen it at the beginning for several episodes, and finally you get everything all at once, and it's like, oh my god, this poor girl. And it's very real that they were taken from their real worlds and all of this stuff, and the romances are perfect and just super cute, and it's a reverse harem, but not really, and I don't know, it was good, and it was able to tell a story and make you swoon and tie it up nicely at the end. Also. Hopefully they make more, not holding my breath, but it would be nice if they do.
I hope they make more, and
I liked it a lot.
You can hope, right? Everyone can hope. So I really liked the Saint's magic powers, omnipotent. God, that. Okay, wait. Anyway. Immediately when we were kind of, we were first trying to get our grasp on the show, it was interesting. You didn't know exactly what was going to happen, but it ends up being nice because everyone in the what is it, the Royal Kingdom, the area that they're at, but it was more like a teaching ground, like a fraternity.
Institute.
There you go, not fraternity. Yeah, the institute. So it's like off premise just a little bit or something like that, or next to it. Anywho, it reminded me of was it Snow White with the red hair? That one was very nice, and so it kind of had that similarity with it, and honestly, with the whole woman leading character, and actually realizing what you have and taking ownership for it or responsibility, and you're trying to. It also kind of reminded me of Arte. That was recently, like a couple of seasons ago. So,
I didn't see that.
So it was right up there. It was enjoyable. It was a chill show. It was sweet. It was romantic in certain ways, and still very adventurous as well, which is nice.
Yeah, there's everything, like a little bit of everything in it.
Everything, yeah.
There's action scenes, magic, and just slice of life, cuteness.
It was very nice.
It's good.
Very nice.
Recommend.
I highly recommend it.
Highly do.
Yeah, I highly recommend it. All right, so the next one we have is Mars Red.
Okay.
Go for it.
I'm gonna be honest. Mars Red is kind of a blur. I don't know. I feel like we watched it in 3 big chunks. Like, we started it, and then we took a break from it, and then we binged the middle part, and then we binged the ending part at the end. And so in my head, it's like these 3 big episodes of it.
Yeah.
And so it's a little blurry, but I did enjoy the vampire story, the way that they are telling it, overlapping with like actual history, Japanese history, and I love the art style that they used. I like that there's a lot of romance and emotion, and they did bring all of these relationships full circle.
That's true.
Throughout the series. So that gives you a sense of closure for sure, which is something that I always want with a series that ends, because I don't want more if you're not going to give me more. And I felt satisfied with the ending of Mars Red 2.
Very nice. Good. Okay, nice.
So that's what I think.
I didn't know what to think about Mars Red, to tell you the truth. Maybe it was more the vampire in this that like I was like let's check it out. Let's check it out. It's I don't want to seem very like rude or anything like that in a sense, but it's kind of like it's 50-50. You know what you're getting yourself into when you're gonna check something out like this. And so it's like, okay, it can either go good or it can go bad for you, like as far as experience. But other than that, it was very nice and super intriguing on certain instances for the story, like the actual story and plot. Because it's like it's loosely based off of like historical events. Like the Great Kanto earthquake back in the day. All right, so that you had the anime kind of like following that and whatnot, and then you had if you were to look up history in certain areas, there was a huge uprising and discrimination on a particular group, and then you have the anime where that ends up being part of that, but with vampires. Like the vampires take place in that, and you're just like, whoa. Mm-hmm. So it kind of, I was taken aback. It makes me wonder if that's the inspiration for it. I'm not too sure.
Or why, or how they put it together, but it's.
And I think a writer had like sparked this.
But there is an article about it. Just the Great Kanto earthquake
specifically, and I was like.
Yeah, Marilene's article talks about like the Kanto earthquake and talks about the episodes that overlap with that timeline. It's really interesting what they did because they did use a lot of the history to base their story around, and they did a really good job. It was really good. I think that was a sleeper too. Sleeper hit. Like a cult hit, I guess.
That one, it was pretty nice. I liked it.
Before anything started, before the season started, I remember thinking, there's going to be one of those that everyone's going to go, what happened here? And no, it was really good. I don't know why. I thought it was going to be one of those, like, Exarm type things. Oh, no, that was Cestus.
Oh, that.
Cestus, the Roman fighter, we don't speak about Cestus.
It's a series that shall not be named.
We don't speak about Cestus.
We don't speak about that.
I mean.
Alright, so now we're going to be going and moving on to the next series. And that one is. Which one is it? Was it the Full Dive? Full Dive.
This Full Dive RPG is shittier
it's
than
even
real
shittier
life.
than real life, yeah.
It's the name of the
That one's great. I like it a lot.
And we caught up with this one?
Yeah, we did. We did.
Just. This one was fun. Better than I thought it was going to be. Just because it's more messed up than I thought it was going to be. It's not your typical, okay, this guy's gonna go on this game and like, the girl and the fan service and all this stuff. And it's like, yeah, it has all of that. Yes, of course, it's all there. But it's so messed up. Like, it's so messed up. This poor boy, this poor guy. The punishment is just over and beyond what has happened to other heroes in similar situations, and the price to pay and the mystery behind it all is very particular, and it's different than other things that have been done before, so I liked it. I like it.
Yeah, Zeke, you're saying that the undeaded childhood best friend was great. That segment.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Honestly, it was. All right. Let's face it. I don't care. I'll admit it and everything. It was. Because of the guy and me and everything, I read the title. I'm like, oh, you already have me at the title. I was like,
Full Dive RPG? Yes,
let's do this. I can only imagine if you're going to keep that in the title leading up to airing date, the first episode, I'm like, I'm full in then.
Because you're than real life?
Yeah, because I'm all like, you're taking the dive. You really are taking, like, just having this very strong in your face, like, that's what we're grabbing you for. That's the advertisement. And I was like, okay, all right, and it worked on me, and I don't know what to say. It was actually pretty damn good. It was really nice.
It is.
The what was it, the dominatrix girl in the dungeon that like really liked him suffering and crying, peeing in his pants.
Oh my God,
which was like,
I love her.
Which was like just That one was one of the highlights. The yandere girlfriend part, that one was pretty crazy. But like the beginning, killing his friend, where it all begins, like that was. I don't know what to say.
That alone, yeah.
That alone already, I was like, wow, this is like the worst possible situation that you could ever be a part of. And
yeah. By the time the whole pee situation happened, I was like, well, okay.
Event. Like,
I'm on board forever, 100%.
100%.
I'm with this guy
like,
now.
Holy
you know?
So yeah, you're kind of there, and you're like, what's gonna happen next? And I was in. I was hooked.
Yeah,
that was it.
Good.
I liked it all.
I'm down to see more. That was a good surprise because I thought I was gonna be like,
don't hate me, people. Don't hate.
Same as always. Oh, this one.
Well, here, hold on. We could probably touch base on it. Did we finish watching The Way of the Househusband
when we did
before the previous
I don't remember.
podcast? Or was it
I
after?
don't remember. May have been after. Well, we can touch on it anyway. In case we didn't talk about it, I really enjoyed it. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was, there's nothing wrong with the animation situation. It's the way that it should be done. It's based on...
We may have already talked
because of the way that it's made. Yeah, we have, because this sounds like deja vu.
Deja vu.
So it's just good. It's great. The comedy's awesome. The voice acting's great, obviously. I don't think the animation was a mistake. It's an artistic choice, and I enjoyed it.
I agree. I'll piggyback off of that. I loved it for its art, to tell you the truth. Especially if it had been done in like animation form while keeping the whole comic aspects. I interpreted it a little different. I thought one of those volumes could have easily been at least like two episodes worth or something like that. Like think of it kind of like a full episode Psyche Kuso, when originally it didn't come out as full episodes. It was like short series, but they compiled them all to have at least like 3 or 4 shorts. So I was expecting something more like that, and there was a lot, and so I thought there was just gonna be more. There wasn't, and that's my only gripe about it. Other than that, The Way of the Househusband is super hilarious, and it's funny. The rivalry between the old boss and the other gang's old boss that just got out of jail, but like he's too old to get back into the game. So just that alone was great.
Instagram competition.
Oh, I know. Oh gosh, the Instagram competition.
And then when the other boss is like working at the supermarket because she has to make money for her family somehow because something happened.
Oh yeah. Like
it's funny. It's really funny.
It's funny.
You should watch it. It's so short.
So good.
Unfortunately.
That's the bad thing. Watch. Yeah, it's like come on. Yeah.
Go in wanting to be entertained.
Felt like the same joke over and over again.
Yeah.
And, I can kind of understand that it would be the same joke over and over again for some, but like, I don't know. That's honestly the specific Japanese like comedy. Like that's just how they do comedy. That's how they do.
That is how they do.
It's interesting. It's particular in certain ways, especially the stand-up comedy duos. Those are particular. So like if you. Well, we'll get into that a little later, actually, to tell you the truth, because that existed in Odd Taxi, if you saw the series. But anywho, yeah. So The Way of the Househusband was great.
Watch it.
It was great.
That
was definitely something. Highly recommend.
Definitely.
All right, so this next one is Fruits Basket. The final season, or the final.
The final season.
Just the final.
Part 2 also because it was like. We were hanging
just a little bit.
And then now we have finally closure after 21 years or however long it's been.
I didn't wait that long because I didn't get into it until she got me into it like a couple of years ago when the series popped up again. So I was like,
so that's great. No, this was awesome. This was like one of the best anime of the season, obviously, but it's a grand finale. And unlike other series who call themselves the final season, Attack on Titan, this actually ended with the final episode. It's like, hey, the final season is done. For real, it's done. Like, it's done. It's over. We're finished. We know where everyone ended up. It was amazing. Everybody cried. It was just all the emotions. Like, if you just... I'm so glad that they remade the anime and that they came down and committed all the way to the end, because this new reiteration of Fruits Basket is just so perfect. Like, it's so perfect to recommend to anybody. It's even perfect to recommend to someone who doesn't watch anime, but someone who likes romance. Or maybe someone who could need to identify with a character or two in there. Like, it's just such a great package of romance, slice of life, fantasy, / mental health awareness, PSA, you know? Like, it's so good. It's amazing. It's incredible. They did an incredible job of just bringing it to life and ending it and finishing it so beautifully. It was, yeah. Watch the whole thing. Watch the whole thing.
Watch the whole thing.
Marathon it. I want to do that with my best friend now.
Do it. So, yeah, again, I never really got into it until Liz was telling me all about it. We even had the opportunity, or, like, I had the opportunity for Honey's Anime, which was awesome to you know, get to interview a few people that are almost on the same spectrum as this artist or this mangaka for Fruits Basket and everything. That was Oran High School Host Club. So like that, you know, like when I was there and she was presenting this to me and I knew about it, I knew it's on those same levels. I was like, okay, I have to at least check it out. And since it was gonna be faithful to the manga, I was like, even better. It was like even better time to jump into this season. So I highly recommend anyone watch it if you like romance drama with some supernatural elements in there that are like really good. So with that, I thoroughly enjoyed the series 100%, and it was great. Very, very nice how they intertwined the 12 zodiacs into some just perfect psychology study specimen like petri dish of characters and storytelling.
So good.
It's like, so if you're going to school for psychology, watch this show. It'll intrigue the hell out of you.
It's just so great.
Yeah.
What really sells it for me is that it's one whole thing contained now.
Mm-hmm.
You know? You don't have to read the manga if you want the whole story. You can just watch. You can watch the whole anime. You know, like... it's amazing. Finally.
Still can't forgive
so cool.
Akita. You still can't forgive Akita.
Oh, you have to.
You know, honestly, I can forgive Akita. Who I can't forgive is his mother now.
Yeah.
That woman needs to be treated like a bat. She needs to be killed with fire.
Oh my god. She's a terrible, terrible person. Right. This season had a lot of horrible mothers. Like...
You know, it did.
Okay, maybe just two, but still, those two that I can just think of right now are just awful. Ren is definitely like up there for worst mother of the year, and then so is what's her name in that Koikimo, not Koikimo, the other one.
Higehiro.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Sayu's mom.
Yeah.
She's the worst.
We'll get to her later.
Anyway, we'll
be talking about that right now. But anywho.
Anyway, Fruits Basket.
Fruits Basket.
Sure. Do it.
Great. Perfect romance. It was a great ending. Awesome.
Oh, so many tears.
So good.
So many tears.
Alright, so the next one we're going to be checking out is Dragon Goes House Hunting.
This is really cute. This is cute. Okay, this is easy. It's, you know, it's not a life fulfilling anime. Like, it's not gonna change your life, but it is funny. It's very funny. Mm-hmm. And it has a lot of game references that are just hilarious if you play games. True. If you know, you don't even have to play games. If you just know about games, you'll get some of these things, you know, like it's just so funny that it makes so much fun of so many games like RPGs and stuff that
Yeah,
and it's just funny the way that they do it. I like how they do it. The two main characters, Daria and what's his name? I was gonna say Sally. Lucy. Lucy?
Yeah, I think
No.
it's Letty. No,
Letty. I'm like,
Not
Lucy's
Lucy.
Lucy. Letty. I'm like, it's a girl name. Letty and Daria, and they're just the best, and they have this good chemistry going on. Yeah, Letty is kind of a Letty down. I know he is, but it's still it sets the stage for a lot of really good game based comedy, and I enjoyed it for that reason. Just to like tune off your brain and just laugh at the jokes, like just for that. There's no like plot, storyline, whatever. No, it's episodic and it's fun and it's cute. That's it. Just watch it for a laugh.
Yeah, I can't necessarily. I'm gonna try. 1 minute. Let's see. Long pauses. That helps waste time. No, yeah. I can't say any more than what Liz says. It was a refreshing show right off the bat. You know exactly what you're gonna get yourself into, and when you look into this series and you want to watch it. So I mean, like, no, don't complain. Don't you dare. But other than that, it's really nice. It's honestly a really cool concept because they have the heroes that are semi more, you know, on the negative side of representation for what a hero should be in a sense. Like they're just more kind of like gung ho, just get me out there. I want to do the killing.
But that's what happens when you play a game.
And that's the game aspects about that whole situation. So with that in mind, and then you're watching the whole series, it's pretty good. Like I like it a lot.
It changes your perspective.
It does. It kind of. It's a little. Like I said, it's
like
it's
the haunted
refreshing.
house, for example, that changed my point of view of haunted houses. I'm like, oh shit.
Haunted houses, that home that just had a bunch of like booby traps and stuff like.
Oh yeah, it's
like layers and layers and layers of traps.
Falling through
like,
traps.
Oh my gosh.
It's like, but this is where the pool is. Oh, but don't grab that statue. Oh, too late.
Yeah. Oh.
Well, that's how heroes won't get in here. It's like, yeah, but I can't move.
Very funny.
So it's hilarious.
So it was
it's
a good.
cute.
That was a really good
It's
series.
a good laugh.
It's a good laugh. I liked it a lot. It was nice. Very nice. Refreshing.
Funny.
All right. So the next one that we got going is To Your Eternity. I believe. Is it?
That's the Pretty Boy Detective Club.
Oh, is that the Pretty Boy Detective Club?
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
This is Bishonen Tantenan or Pretty Boy Detective Club.
Sorry.
Which we're like 2 episodes away from finishing. Didn't actually finish it. And not dropped. We just haven't gotten to it. But it's good. I like it. I like it because of the aesthetics. And if that's not what this anime is about, then what even is life? You know? Like, so I like it for what it is. It's a showcase. It's an art installation. This is how I see this show, okay? It's literally an art installation where each episode is a piece of art. Like, it's just there being itself, a creation of Nision. I always mess up his name, but or their name, and you can tell it's their work because it's constantly like talking, dialogue all the time. And then that, I love the dialogue that comes from it being their work, and on top of that, the color schemes are always so vibrant and so incredible, and like I love there are a lot of stars, and it's just art. Like I like watching it because it's pretty to look at, honestly. And I'm happy with that, and I'm okay with that. If that's not what you're looking for, probably skip it.
So, yeah, my take on it would be more along the lines of this is the same creator for Pokemon Katari. And it's definitely a 180 creation from Pokemon Katari to Pretty Boy Detective Club. Like there's the similarities there are very nice animation, beautiful colors, beautiful filtering, and the style itself is like it's beautiful. It is in the name of the title. Like
that's kind of the whole point, is what I'm assuming.
Yeah, but the weird thing about it is, you continue watching it, and it's got some pretty good storyline, like mysteries that an aspiring detective novel writer in crime or detective, the genre. I mean, other than that, like they would that's the target audience right there. And for me, I was more kind of like, well, I'm surprised that that's exactly what it was. That's just like, I read the title, I saw what I was looking at, and I'm all like, is this something I'm just not gonna enjoy because that's just all it's gonna be about? It's like, is that it? And it was. so kind of like, come on.
This is great. I didn't know this. Oh, this is why I continued watching it on my own.
Yeah. She's like, I'm gonna watch this. I'm like, I'm gonna play some games.
That's fine. I figured.
I'll be on my
you don't
phone.
mind if I continue with this, right? It's like, nah.
Yeah, so I mean, other than that, it's great. It's just.
I mean, it's no Bakemonogatari.
It's not. Yeah.
Don't go looking for that. Yeah.
I was fooled.
I would have this playing on screens as art.
Yeah.
And that would be great.
It was very nice. It was I loved the use of the purples and blues.
Mm-hmm.
Just like.
And the voice acting is so good, and it goes so well with the writing of this writer. It's like, it's just aesthetic. It does a good job doing what it set out to be.
It's a little too straightforward and blunt.
Yeah.
That's all. In that sense.
Detectives.
I don't know. Yeah, Pretty Boy Detectives. I
don't know what to say.
Alright, so the next one that we're going to be checking out, which is the shonen genre. Never fails.
It never fails to deliver at least one good thing per season.
Okay, now, you guys, give me a moment. I need to go to the bathroom really quick.
Oh, go.
But you can talk.
I'll talk.
I can't hold it in, I'm sorry.
Go.
I'll be right back.
Let's go. This is where, if we had sponsors, we would talk about our sponsor. And I would say things like, this segment brought to you by Strawberry Rita. Or something like that. But we're not. Definitely not sponsored by Strawberry Rita. I don't even know who makes this. It's good though. Let's read the chat. Nothing's going on in the chat for a while. Yes, the Minecraft reference. I know this is a while ago, and this is about Dragon Ghost House Hunting, but the Minecraft reference in Dragon Ghost House Hunting was great. I love all the references to things. It's just one of my favorite things. I don't even play that often, but I like watching people play sometimes, especially stuff like that. I'd rather not play it myself. So it's just cool to watch it on an anime. It's pretty good. Alright, so I'll start with my view on Tokyo Revengers, I guess, in a bit. Yeah? Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. So, Tokyo Revengers is really good, actually. You made it on time. Yeah, it's really good. It was surprisingly good. Once again, for the season, it's something that I was expecting. My bar wasn't set too high, I guess. Not to say that it barely passed it, but it definitely surpassed my expectations. I thought it was just going to be an eye-rolly shonen, and it does have its eye-rolly shonen moments. Mm-hmm. But overall, it's really interesting. Again, we have this time travel element that keeps changing the way that things work and keeps the mystery alive and keeps you guessing. And that one's going to continue through. So up to where we are now, we've finished one arc, or a couple of arcs really, and now we're gonna start a new one. But yeah, the mystery is great. It's really well done. It's gritty, even though they're kids for the most part, and again, it has that time travel element, which is always nice and cool. And I recommend it if you're into shonen and time travel and mysteries. Then this is really cool. If you liked Erased, you would probably like this, even though it has way more action. Way more action. More violence in this one, but you might like it for the same reason.
Erased is definitely more mystery. This one was kind of more on the action.
But still a lot of mystery, but a lot of action too.
Yeah. So for Tokyo Revengers, I knew this as a manga for a good while. It's always been in like conversations and threads that I've seen on websites. So when I heard that this was getting a anime adaptation, I was like, wow, I'm finally gonna get to see this, because I just never had the time to go and grab the manga, whether it be physical or digitally. I just didn't have the time. Every time I was done with work, I'm like, that's it. It's my time, and usually I just kind of wanted to chill. But anywho, yeah. Everything she says is awesome. The whole time traveling aspect was something that I didn't really expect, and it was great. It's one of the best elements on there. The whole gangs in Japan, that one was really interesting. It was pretty good. It's intense. You learn about it a little bit when you go over there or study Japan in some aspects, but when you're there and you know about it and you do a little more research, yeah, it's pretty realistic. It's kind of scary in some senses, but at the same time, it's just amazing on how they put those two, like this mystery time travel and a gang related kind of crime drama together.
Yeah.
I liked it a lot. I thought it was awesome.
Yeah, it's a gang drama, but there's time travel involved.
But there's time travel.
But really, it's like a gang drama.
And the cops are also involved, and it's like, oh.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, it's good. It's good.
I liked it. I liked it a lot.
Far.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. All right, so the next one that we're going to be checking out, because that was Tokyo Revengers, and we're going to be moving on to...
Oh, now it's To Your Eternity.
Now it's To Your Eternity.
To Your Eternity.
Yeah, it's all right.
I said it before. Shut up.
It's okay.
Spoiler.
So To Your Eternity. Please go.
Okay. Oh, man. This show, talk about a roller coaster of emotions. And awakening moments, it's so interesting. It's as I'm sure mentioned in the so far Hivecast. It's basically about learning how to be human, right? Fushi is basically learning how to be human through his relationships with other humans, which is basically what we do. So it's this big metaphor for humanity and how we go through life, being who we are and doing what we do, but it's so deep, it shows you in such a deep, raw way, because it's so like an animal, like a baby, it puts it in such a different perspective that it kind of it puts a lot of things in different perspective, and it's really interesting. And it sucks because you meet some character and you love them, and then it's like, well, this person's gonna die, and then it sucks because you're right. But either way, it's gonna continue on, and I can't wait to see what else shatters my heart in this show.
Okay, so yes, same thing. It was a show that when you read it, you didn't know exactly what to think about it. And to be honest with you, the only thing that I got out of it, I was like, wow, if this show's going to be good, it's going to take us on for a journey. And that's basically what we're going through, and it's great. Yeah. I like it a lot. Especially the whole, was it Fushi? Fushi going through all of life's torments that we otherwise would have gone through, but he's going through it in a slightly different way. He's immortal. Obviously, it can be really, really slow or really, really fast. But now that he's with that guy Gugu, or Kid Gugu, who is just a sweetheart. Like, man, and he's so far been in some situations that you're just like, gosh. And then this final episode about him, or the previous episode before that, man.
I mean, we all know what that means.
If you're here and you're watching this, you know what that means. But at the same time, it's like that was emotional.
Yeah, every
that
time.
That was emotional.
Like,
it was really good though. I did tear up. It was like something that I was like, wow, I didn't expect the story to go from there. You have this adventure, you have these experiences, and that's kind of what you've been going through. You don't know if he's gonna have to leave and go talk to other people, but the story like keeps you in there, and it throws that freaking twist in there.
But then every person he loses becomes a part of him.
That's true too.
In a way that changes him. Just like in real life, every person that comes into your life and you lose, that means a lot in your life, like these people have for him, they stay with you and they become a part of you, and so it does for him. It's such a trip. Like, it's such a good philosophical just fantasy, but not really. Like, it's so good. Very, very good. If you're into that kind of stuff, totally give it a watch and see how many feels you feel. It's watching it. It's really good.
Yeah, it's pretty really intense. Good. It's pretty intense. Okay, so the next one we're going to be checking out is Snow White Notes. So, yeah.
Okay, so about those Snow White Notes. We were watching for a while. We were watching for a while. I think the last episode we watched was like 8 or 9. 8. Because the next episode up was 9 and we never got to it. We followed it along for a while. Is it just me, or was it moving very slow?
Yeah.
It kind of moves very slow. It's very slow. I don't know if it's the aesthetic that they're trying to go for, or if they just bought too many episode time slots and they had to fill in the space. The music was great. The art was good too. Like the style, the character design was really cool, and the music was incredible. But other than that, it's another sports anime, but with really long slice of life, dramatic scenes that just kind of go forever on and on and on and on and on and on. It's like even the competition took how many episodes for them to even go on?
Yeah, it was like
and they're just running around. Yeah, they were just running around the hallways, being dramatic. Like, they weren't even practicing. Like, they were just being dramatic in the hallway. So it's more of a drama.
Yeah.
The music is good, but there's not enough of it to make it worth watching it just for the music, I don't think, because that was the reason I was watching it.
Maybe.
But I don't know.
But yeah, so Zeke, I agree with what you were saying. It's definitely not as good as the White Album #2 or Sound Euphonium. I mean, yeah, those were very music oriented, and I guess you kind of like knowing the fundamentals and enjoying it in the aspect as if you were like to just pick it up and start learning and everything. So like I love the parts of all those music, and they're filled with a lot of emotion. And this one, it did seem like it was taking a completely different route from that, and that was more of just some, I don't know, like collective experiences in the shamisen world, because like the history behind it seems to be just as eclectic as the sound is. You have someone that could teach you, but if they're like, no, play your own sound, then really it's like whatever you can do, whatever you want to do.
Well, but you're supposed to be trying to follow a specific
But you are supposed to be following a specific pattern and everything, and that's why you have like your own unique sound and whatnot. So I liked it a lot, and I wanted to continue watching it. But it was one of those things where I was like, well, the music's great, but I don't want to just be watching everything else for the music. So I was like, I can stop watching it. So we stopped at around 8 or 9 episodes. Yeah. So we watched a good amount. We were almost there, but at the same time we were like,
we didn't even see them perform.
We didn't even get to see them perform.
But
you know what? We had others to watch. Maybe we'll circle back. But we'll see what's up.
Yeah, we'll probably circle back and watch it. So that's not necessarily dropped more as it is. We weren't motivating enough to oh my god, we need to get this in. We have another million things to do. All right, what's next?
Oh, right. Sorry.
What are we?
So the next one that we have is another one that.
Oh.
It's great. It's nice. But.
That's fun.
We'll be quick.
Okay, yeah. Tensura Nikki, The Slime Diaries. We started this one. We dropped it earlier. We love that time I got reincarnated as a slime. Don't get us wrong. We love it. However, this is a slice of life version of it. And maybe it was that one episode where he's so bored that he's just bouncing back and forth for literally a minute on the screen that I just said, no, I could be watching something more exciting right now. And I get it. I know they need to chill, and I'm down with that. But that's not really what I needed from my Tensura this season. So
True.
We dropped it. I'm okay dropping it for the reasons that I just stated. I don't know.
Alright, so I dropped it because of almost the same thing. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. Let's just put it that way. There's nothing wrong with it. I didn't want to see very, very lighthearted backstories. I want the continuation more. Like,
it left. Suffer when I think about characters.
I want to know who's gonna die next, because someone's gonna die again. And
exactly, and it would hurt more. Maybe that's why we don't want to watch it. Maybe we don't want to get any closer to these characters. It's just a protection mechanism, you guys.
That, and at the same time, like, I'm pumped, and I don't want to lose that pumpness.
I was excited, honestly, for the Slime Diaries. I want to be honest.
Gotta get a sense of who the monsters are and what kind of nation they were building.
And that's exactly it. It filled out the backstories and fleshed out all the characters, and I get that, and I wanted to watch it for that reason. But at the same time, there was so much nothing actually happening that I feel like those backstories could have been filled in a 30-second montage. In a normal episode. Pretty quick.
Yeah.
That's all. But I'm not huge on the slice of life in general.
But again, we liked it.
It's not bad. It's not bad.
We liked it. It's just very like, logically thinking about covering other anime that we needed to watch. We were like, well, okay, with this one.
We'll just stick to the mainline story.
Yeah, we'll just stick to the mainline story. So we kind of had to sacrifice that. But
yeah.
Yeah.
And I know everything that happens in this is canon, but still.
Still, yes.
Figure it out. Like, it's literally 3 sentences each episode.
Unless, like, something crazy happens.
Summarize each episode in 3 sentences.
Alright, so the next one that we're going to be going over is So I'm a Spider, So What?
Oh, that was going so well. That was going very, very well.
Yeah. Okay, go for it. Go for it. Just say it. Just lay it.
No, I'm still excited for it. However, I do realize that the last couple of episodes were kind of... What? Like, what is happening? First, we still haven't seen a lot of action with the... the spider demon lord. What's her name? Ariel. We didn't see a lot of that.
In the beginning, no.
No. And then, but by the last couple of episodes, it's like just the heroes, the kids, kind of fighting this situation that they could have easily gotten away from if it weren't for a trope, hashtag trope, you know? Like, it's just like every shonen trope was pulled out of the bag, and it just was kind of annoying. At least towards the end. However, I'm still committed to the story, and I still want to know what happens next, because I want to see what happens with Ariel, and obviously what Kumoko's role is going to be in all of this. Because she's on the vampire side too, so what's going to happen? So it was exciting. The last couple of episodes were kind of, but other than that, it was good. I like where it's going still.
Nice. So, yes, Zeke, we have not seen today's episode yet. We'll probably watch it afterwards, so I'm sure we'll get to see and know about Ariel.
Yay!
More.
Oh, Ariel, finally.
But definitely, I liked the show. It was nice. Just when they had the last battle with the new hero, the younger brother, and that other guy that, what the hell is his name? I forget his name. The one that
Hugo?
Hugo. That bastard. So, the fighting, the animation to that particular part was horrible. Horrible. But other than that, everything else is pretty good. It was nice. It was definitely, you got to see a little more of the demon girl that, I guess, took over Mother, or is part of Mother. Ariel. And so, yeah. And then you have Kumoko, who is an immortal, so she's gonna be back, obviously, but I am now really curious when she's gonna get her humanoid form, because we've already had a bet saying like, she's gonna get out of the cave in humanoid form, is what I was thinking. Like she was gonna be leveling up that fast, but obviously she isn't. So I'm still very hyped about that.
Maybe
I want to
she
know.
won't at all.
Well, we'll see. Big reveal in today's episode, eh?
Damn it! Okay, well.
Alright, we'll watch
it. We haven't seen it.
We haven't seen it yet.
We need to finish a couple of things.
Yeah, when we're done with this. So let's hurry up and get done with
Exciting. This. Okay, so stay tuned.
So you can even go watch it.
It's an awesome show.
Alright, so the next one that we got is Osamake Romcom.
No. No, he deflates.
Yeah.
Okay. We started this one excitedly because it seemed like it was going to be something different, but it's not. That's like summary in 10 seconds, basically. It's not. It's the same. It's very tropey. It's all about the childhood friend, which is not exciting when they all are, and it does all the things really early on. Like, it did all the things. By the time we dropped it on, like, episode maybe 5 or 6 maybe. And they had already done all the tropes. And then some. Like, by episode 3, I wondered, what else are they going to do? They already did all the things that you do in a rom-com shonen anime. Like, they did the grabs, the awkward nose, the awkward love confessions, the hallway passes. They did everything,
There was a Kabaddi on there too.
They did all the things.
Everything.
All the things. And we weren't even halfway through. And I was like, no, I can't. I don't even know which way is up. Bye. I can't. Bye. Sorry, Osamake.
So I liked it from the very beginning and everything. I really did. And I was actually kind of rooting for Osamake, but I didn't want to continue because it kind of seemed like it was like heading towards that failed I don't know, West Side Story kind of film. Like someone tried to remake the West Side Story, because someone is right now. And they're almost done. I think it's almost coming out.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And it sucked. And so like that's the kind of feel that I was getting out of it, and I didn't want to feel that, but I mean, yeah. And then when they started doing the whole commercial challenge where they're like just to prove that one director guy, whatever, or the producer, executive producer, can like do his job right, and he's a scumbag or whatever. Like that was definitive for me. I was like, okay, yeah, this is okay, all right. But then seeing how they're presenting the whole process of getting there, I was kind of like, it's like they were losing me, and I was just falling back, and I was like, nope, I can drop this one too.
It's just not.
I'm good.
No.
I'm good. It also had a confusing ending in the last 2 minutes. It was very confusing.
See, because it probably tried to do too many things all at once.
Yeah, even now, Zeke, they're like, end scene. And they look at all of us and we're just there like...
Question mark. I'm like, what did I just watch?
What?
It's that improv night in Hollywood when a friend invites you because they're in it, because they're acting true.
Yeah.
And then you go and you sit through it and you're like, what the hell?
It's like, what did I just watch? Did I just watch?
What happened?
Takeshi Miike, like, storytelling in real life or something? Like, what the heck?
That's how I feel about Osamake. It tried to improvise way too many things all at the same time. It's way too much.
Mm-hmm.
Try fewer things next time.
Yeah. Weird. Alright.
Ooh.
Now the next one we're going to be going over is Odd Taxi.
Odd Taxi. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. That's supposed to be the intro song. Dun, dun, dun.
You can hum it on Google. Just hum the song. And then it'll know it. It'll know it. I already tried it and everything.
I'm not sure if they're...
But anywho.
Anyway.
Alright, Odd Taxi.
Odd Taxi! Yay! Odd Taxi is one of my favorite anime of the season. It's super, super great. I love the fact that everything's animals the whole time. But mostly the way that they did the mystery, like every episode, like what I was saying about Shadow's house being grimy and sooty. Like, it's the same with Odd Taxi. It's like... It feels like the inside of a taxi at 3 a.m. in Tokyo. Like it feels like, or in a big city, just like, it feels dark and fuzzy, and the mystery is so well done. There are cliffhangers that every episode or every other episode, or at least enough breadcrumbs or enough interesting bits to keep you guessing and wondering what is going to happen. Who is this person? What is this going to lead to later? Why is this person acting like this? What is, what does he have in his apartment? What is this really that I'm watching? And it's really, really, really well done. The mystery aspect is good. The twists are great. The final twist is just great. Some people saw it coming. I didn't think so, but boy, were they right. Yeah, that's what it was. That's crazy. Mm-hmm. It was really good. Love it. Big recommend.
So my take on this is probably my number one anime for this season, Odd Taxi. Odd Taxi, hands down, had some of the best storytelling that I've ever seen and followed in a while. A really good while. Yes, Zeke, very original. Studio Trigger is doing a Star Wars anime. Yeah, I did hear about that too. I'm kind of curious about it. But anywho, Taxi, yes, it was very original, and I love it. I love original storytellings of anime, like that aren't even, they're standalones, but no manga adaptation, and it just makes it like all the more wild, and vice versa, and it's just like the manga.
Especially if it's a mystery.
Yeah, but oh man,
There's
with the mystery.
Spoilers.
So like going in and reading this, I immediately thought it was kind of like Taxi Cab Confessions with like some kind of like twist going on in there. It almost seemed kind of like a Guy Ritchie film, and sure enough, it ended up kind of being like that. But there was so much more to it, and I want to say yes that one of our writers like called it maybe like what fifth episode in. No, I'm not gonna say the spoiler because this is something that needs to. If you've seen it, you know what's up. If you haven't seen it, you need to watch it.
One of our writers called it, and I was like,
yeah, she called it like early.
She was right.
And she was right. I was like, man, like really that theory. I was like, I'm not gonna rule that theory out. I'm not,
No.
and it's gonna be interesting to see what happens. But
No.
wow, I was blown away. The series was.
Yeah.
It was great.
So good.
That was
the writing.
highly recommend.
The timing. Again, the comedic timing. Because it's a dark comedy, really. Oh, so good. High recommend, for sure.
God. Alright, the next one we're going to be moving on to is My Hero Academia.
We also haven't
Season
seen
5.
today's episode.
We also haven't seen today's episode for this.
See it pop up.
But yeah, anywho.
Anyway, we can go click on this one because nothing different than the midway point has happened. It was just the rest of the competition, like the rest of the school.
We can go together on this. Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
It was the same thing all over again. Another competition.
Not complaining.
Yeah, we're not complaining.
A bad thing.
It was good, but at the same time, there was no real progression. And so it was kind of like a filler season. And but of course you have like the last episode, 2 episodes. They already introduced 4 new characters, and some of them are part of no actually I think for the most part there was one villain and the rest of them are part of Endeavor's agency.
Hero agency.
Yeah, it's a hero.
A lot is going to happen from here on out, you guys.
Yes.
And so that's really what's exciting.
I'm hoping.
There is. If they're going to stick to the way things have happened in the manga, hopefully, then a lot of cool stuff should be happening soon. However, I know that tournament arcs like these are annoying and everything, but, however, it's an exposition. It's an exposition arc where we get to see everybody's powers. We get to see what everyone can do and where everyone's at in one arc. Yeah, they make it fun and everything, but we need to know this for the next arc.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because when the action's going down, it's like, oh, we'll know who and so is going to use or should be using because we know about it. So I'm looking forward to it. I like shonen that are this kind of shonen. So I know that's not what we're here for, but it'll make the next arc so much better.
I'm not gonna disagree in that logic. I mean,
that's all.
Yeah, no, I'm not. That's good.
So yeah,
That's
I'm loving it. Can't wait for the next
I still like it. It's just it's just kind of.
It's a must. It's you know.
But
you gotta
gonna
do
get good. It's gonna get good. All right. So the next one we're gonna be checking out now is Koikimo.
Nah. This was another one that was creepy at the beginning or cringy at the beginning, like Nagatoro-san.
Yeah.
Because it was really cringy, just the way that Rio is like so full of himself and so thinks that he's humanity's prize for anything, and then him offering a kiss to a high school girl. Yeah, all of that is like really, really, really cringy, and a lot of it is very cringy until that coworker of his is a bitch.
Oh, that's right.
And then he gets up and like he messes up her makeup. It's like, oh my god, this guy actually cares. Like, that was amazing to me. When that happened, I was like, okay.
Obviously, right. I don't know the significance of that because of the efforts it takes to put makeup on. But anywho.
Not that, but just the fact that he would do that to this woman because she was disrespecting this younger girl who he has interest in. But regardless of anything, it's like exactly that kind of, the woman character stands for so many things that are messed up in society, that it's like, that, just because she's the same age as him, that is terrible. And it's like, she's young and she's like innocent and pure and like this, and just because they want to be together, like, that's not terrible. This is terrible. It's just the fact that he's like, you know what, bitch? I know where it hurts. And he like messes up her makeup because that's what hurts, because that's all she cares about is what she looks like. It's very superficial, and just, it shows a side of him that you wouldn't have expected from the beginning, and that kind of gets you interested. And then there are some very like nerve-wracking moments where you don't know what's going to happen, but it actually stays pretty safe the whole time, you know? Like, it's It's genuine.
Very genuine. All right.
Sorry,
So no, don't worry. So yes, Zeke, I agree. Ending was, like it was all right. I don't know what to say. It was okay for what the show was. It wasn't no Higehiro, because that was a very particular kind of
but it was like
situation
the
and
drama
everything.
too.
This one was a little more like on the testy side. Like really testing the boundaries between like the age gap, I guess.
Koikimo.
And Koikimo.
Both.
Both really.
But this one more.
Yeah, for the type of guy that he is or was and whatnot, and then the girl that she also was, and it was kind of opening up. Like it was both like a positive experience for everyone, really. Even the classmate that was kind of like starting to show interest in her and everything, and ended up being like part of the whole problem at one point. But I mean, the ending was nice. I liked it. I thought it was fine. It was not the closure that you would technically want in that specific style or fashion or presentation.
But yeah.
But it was still good. It was still, like.
It's the most you can hope for because they can't start dating. She's not 18 yet.
Yeah.
Much less 20. So that's not gonna fly. The only way for this to work is if they'll wait for each other or whatever it is. So that was the only ending that was going to work. If they weren't just going to say, nah, this is better if we just go our separate ways, and then we all would have been like, what? No. So
that's true.
This was the only ending. This
true.
was the only acceptable ending.
And it was a good one. And it was a good one.
Sense. And I liked it. Yeah. I was happy with it.
Yeah,
like, you know what? You got a kiss out of it, but you're gonna win.
Yeah, and if you want to like go off of Japanese standards and their laws and everything, I mean, 16 is still fine. Like you can get married at 16.
And it depends, yeah. Like
but
if nobody is accusing you of anything,
no one's accusing you of this or that.
If she's 17 and a half and he's in his 20s, it's fine. Mm-hmm. Like it's fine. She's gonna be 18 in 6 months. Like.
That's
18, it. What does it matter?
She's gonna be of age.
Seriously,
really
like
soon.
What does it matter? She's not 15. She's not a little baby. So that was always my defense on this, and I'm just glad that I didn't have to defend it anymore because they did decide to wait. There was only the one kiss, and then that's it. They're gonna wait until she's of age, and so it's a perfectly safe anime to show anybody, and that made me happy because it was scary for a couple times.
I agree.
Just like Higehiro, both of these had really moments where you're like, oh no.
Oh man.
You're gonna do it.
True. Alright, so the next one that we're gonna be checking out is Joran, the Princess of Snow and Blood.
Joran was interesting. I was into it at the beginning, and then I kind of like lost interest for the couple of episodes, and then I got back into it again when there was another twist. And then I kind of got bored for another episode, so then it got interesting again. I don't know if that makes sense.
No, it makes sense.
Yeah, right? So, okay, like at the beginning when you're starting to find out everything about everything, it's really exciting. But then it gets to a while where it's like really slow. Really slow, really kind of like even a little, I don't want to say predictable, but maybe a little bit to a certain extent. And then there's the twist, and it's like, oh my god, this twist, oh wow, and it's cool, and it's good, and you love it. But then it gets a little slow again. But then there's another twist, and you're like, oh my gosh, and you kind of stay, I guess, for that reason, to wait for the next twist, I'm not sure. But overall, it was an enjoyable story. While it had some slow points, it was a very enjoyable story. It seems to me like it's the story of women and hard times being a woman, either in the time that this is portrayed or just in general. Because we see a lot of different women go through a lot of different trials and a lot of different issues and a lot of different things. And helping each other in the end, or sometimes screwing each other over for love or envy or what you have you. But it seems to be a very female-centric show. So it's interesting, it's beautiful, like the way the art is just gorgeous. The animation, the fights are amazing. It was interesting. It was really good, but there were some parts of it where it just felt like it could have been going a little faster. But other than that, it's a very enjoyable, very interesting story. I think if you binge it maybe all at once, it would be a little...
That's probably true. For me personally, and I'll be quick about this too, I loved it. I thought it was great. I liked when it was kind of meshing the whole, you have your 2D animation mixed with your manga style kind of calligraphy airbrush or paintbrush. I'm sorry, flow when the girl would what the heck was her name again? Oh my god. Joran? That's not like her name. No, but anywho, when she would Yuki, yeah, I think it was wasn't it Saki? But Saki was the little girl.
No. That's Asahi.
Asahi. Okay. Oh, so many names. I'm sorry. Anywho, okay, so yeah, when she
ended the only way it could, yeah.
Yeah, it ended the only way it could, yeah. That's very true. But I did like the art. The art was very, very nice, especially with the manga style. That was awesome when she would transform and she, have infused with the white crow and get her power. That was awesome. The storyline behind it was really interesting. It was pretty cool. There's definitely that realization of your past and who you're, believing in yourself. And realizing at the end that you didn't need this or whatever. It was...
Yeah, like kind of becoming yourself and not what someone else made you to be.
Yeah, and that's...
Like a coming of age story,
a coming of age. I want to say it's kind of like that, but at the same time, there's this relief at the end, especially with that one blonde girl that got pregnant and actually... Like, she now knows that she can go on and live her life with her kid and, be fine about it. And, that was, the relief part of it.
And then you see even further, and it's not even over fully.
No.
They leave space. There could be another season. It could end there, and it would be a great ending.
Yeah, especially how it ended.
It can also continue.
It was pretty cool. I liked it. I liked it a lot.
That was really interesting.
Yeah. All right,
sad, but interesting.
The next one we are going to check out now. Moving on. We're almost done here. Almost done.
Really?
Yeah, we got 3 more maybe? 3 more, and then we're going to do our top 5.
Ooh, alright.
Alright, so this one is I've been killing slimes for 300 years.
Okay, this one. I don't know how I feel about this one. I like it. No, I like it a lot. It is one of my more enjoyed anime this season. But I normally am not big on slice of life, cute girls doing cute things kind of anime. But this one was good. I enjoyed this one. It didn't annoy me. It didn't bore me. It was entertaining throughout. It was funny. I liked the characters, the way that they were not just designed, but the way that they interact with each other. Yeah, some of them are tropey, of course, but I don't know. The chemistry that they had with each other and the way that it works and their world works and how it all happens. It's predictable and it's lighthearted, but it is enjoyable too. It's different in a way, I guess. If that makes sense. It's different, but it's not different. Yeah, cute girls doing cute things. Yeah, exactly. I'm sure you like this one, Zeke.
Yeah. So for me, I did like it. It was another kind of adventure story. What was that other one we were just talking about earlier? With some comedy in it. Dang, man, I went through so much already, I have a brain fart. But anywho, just because I don't want to forget anything about 300 Lives. So this one, I did like it a lot. It was very, very nice. 300 Slimes, sorry. But the only thing that I it was pretty familiar. It was kind of tropey. It was going through a lot of the same stuff. That was the only thing that I was kind of But again, yeah, Zeke, I agree with you. Cute girls doing cute things, that always triumphants. everywhere, and so it's kind of like, yeah, you want to do it for that. You want to watch the show for that. It's cuteness and everything. It was nice. The one thing I did like was the concept that kept me engaged was the whole her being super powerful and her getting to know all of these characters because she was basically challenged for her strength. And then, and that's ultimately how it happened. And the two Leviathans were probably like my favorite, and then the Demon Lord or Demon King. Like the whole thing, that was so good. It was so good. I really liked it a lot. Yeah,
and it's really cool how it's because like the kids are saying, it's like these guys are saying the kids. Mm-hmm. The story of how she lives the first 300 years is one of sustainability, which it is. And then Nobody's 17 is still reading the novels and only watched the first few episodes to avoid spoilers. She's there, living the highland, vibing with killing slimes, just wants a peaceful and quiet life.
And she does.
Exactly, and it's so cool because...
But it's not happening.
But at the same time, she's always aware of telling all these girls and all these other people she meets, is like, hey, don't overwork yourself. I already did this once. It doesn't turn out well. And so, like, it's, like, always the kind of, like, the lesson is always, hey, chill, relax. And it is in Yeshikai. Like, it's just a show about relaxing and, little things happen.
She did have 300 years of relaxation.
Maybe that's enough. But it's good, it's cute.
Maybe it's Mercury retrograde for her. Something. But yeah, welcome everyone. Welcome guys. Thank you very much. Make sure to keep commenting. We love it. Alright, so now we're going to move on to the next one, which is probably, our third to last one that we're going to be going over. And then we're going to be doing our top 5. This one's kind of going to be quick. Don't hate us.
No, don't hate us.
How not to summon a demon lord, Omega.
This was sad, you guys. I was really excited to see the second season of this because I thoroughly enjoyed the first one. I thought it was funny. Very funny. And it was just fun to watch. And this one was not so much. It was very repetitive. The art was a little off sometimes. I know it's a different studio handling it and everything, and they're not going to be exactly the same, but it's like it looks too different. It
counts. It makes a difference.
It does make a difference. It looks too different, and yet it's the same thing over and over again from last season. And it was cool the first time, but you're kind of like, you're in it for something else that's different, that's also going to make you laugh or whatever. So it just felt like that there's definitely more ecchi. Like, if you just want more fan service and more ecchi and more boobs and jiggle, go for it. Like, definitely. But if you're looking for something more or beyond what the first season was, then meh. If you just want to see more of all the girls, like literally more of all the girls, go for it.
I agree. It was yeah. You're in it for the fan service, Zeke? I'm in it for the storytelling. There was just too much of the fan service, I guess you can say, and it was very repetitive on my end, so I do agree with Liz in that sense. I do want to continue watching it because, I mean, the comedy was still there, but obviously not like the first. It's hard to match the first seasons of a lot of series when those are the ones you hold dear. But, yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
We didn't continue it. We saw up to maybe episode 5 or 6 or something like that.
Yeah.
Because at that point we were like,
forget it. Just forget it.
Logically speaking, we can cover other anime if we drop this one. So it's like that's what we did. Yeah, exactly. Anywho, yeah. So now let's go on to the next one, which honestly might be our last one, but we'll see what's up. And that is.
Is it Higehiro?
Higehiro.
Higehiro. This was another cringy anime.
So I shaved and I picked up a high schooler.
Yeah, this one was actually cringier just listening to the title.
The title alone.
And wondering. I was like, oh. But then as soon as you watch the first episode, you know that's not where the show is going. Yeah, there are a couple of episodes, a couple of moments when you're like, oh no, is this going to happen? Is this going to turn into the wrong kind of show. But it doesn't. Just spoiler alert, it doesn't. Nothing ever happens between them. So it's a very interesting, wholesome story about what could happen to someone in their life. And someone who was in living a life that is damaging her, and it's like self-destructive because of her parenting or whatever, luckily, after suffering a lot, finds one guy who actually wants to take care of her. And regardless of what may develop eventually between them, because we don't know that, like it doesn't, well, we see them, but maybe in the future, he saw her more as a child to take care of than something else. And so it was really good. I liked it as a drama, for sure. I liked it a lot. I liked it a lot, yeah. He says...
The anime is unexpectedly wholesome. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It honestly is. I don't... So, I guess for my part on all this...
Yeah, caring person. There you go. Mm-hmm.
It was really nice. It was something that could have easily gone against him. Even if a neighbor... And we all know that we got nosy neighbors in this world, especially in Japan. And so, if they found out, it's that's it. That's your ass. You're done. And you might as well, move to... Excuse me. You might as well move to another city, for Christ's sakes. So that's basically, what the whole situation was. And the fact that he remained loyal to his nature of not taking advantage of a girl, because obviously it's wrong. You shouldn't be doing that. And this girl's clearly lost. He knows that. He's smart enough to know about that he wants to play the father figure, I guess. Mm-hmm. Or some sort of parent figure. And that's what ended up happening. And wholesome as it is, it's also freaking great. It's a learning experience. It definitely teaches you about a lot of things. I liked it a lot. Yeah,
as wholesome as it is, I feel like it tackles some pretty mature and
really mature
deep
stuff.
Topics.
Really mature stuff.
It's not here, you're 11, here, watch this. Maybe be there for it.
Exactly.
It's wholesome, but there are some adult topics for sure. But it was really good. Highly recommend. It's not what you think it is. And neither is this next show.
Yeah, neither is.
No, actually, this next show is exactly what you think it is.
So, this is Fairy Ranmaru.
We also dropped this one.
Honestly, I forgot what episode we dropped it.
We dropped it pretty early.
On 3 or 4.
We dropped it pretty early because we had a lot of things to watch and follow and do, and it was one of the first ones that we cut. But there's so much on this one that is
Bishonen?
Yeah, there are a lot of Bishonen for sure. They're gorgeous, and then there's a lot of homoerotic art and situations that are put there for the fujoshi, but then there's also questionable approaches to some of these illustrations and the things that they're doing, and the way even their relationships between each other, between the guys. Are kind of passe, but the real connection is over here with the girls because they're and it's just there's a lot happening all at once. There's just a lot happening all at once, and again, it was kind of hard to grasp at something that made me want to continue watching it. It just wasn't my type of thing. But if you're into just watching sexy guys coming on to girls and then maybe sometimes kissing each other, check this out for sure. If you're looking for something deeper, maybe not.
So, for my take, I don't remember any of this. So I think I may have dropped this a lot sooner than Liz here. So definitely not my cup of tea. and I'm glad I kind of dropped that, to tell you the truth. So I mean, that's that.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it.
That's it. That's all we got for that one.
Very wrong. Sorry.
Sorry.
Just wasn't us. Okay, so basically now we are gonna go ahead and we're gonna try and go over our top 5.
Well, before we do, though, just remember that for all of these anime, all of them, if not like at least 90% of these anime, have or will have in the next day or so a review on the website. So if you want to hear more about what one of our writers has to say about a particular anime, go check out honeysanime.com and check out the reviews for all of these seasonal anime that haven't did. They're either already there or will be in the next couple of days. So check out.
And their counterparts, their manga counterparts. We do have some reviews that before they're even adapted into anime, they're on the site. We're there, and the manga team is taking care of that. So thank you, anime and manga team. You guys are awesome. You know what? Here, how about this? Let's take a 5-minute break, and then we're gonna do our top 5s.
5 minutes. Okay, don't leave.
Just 5 minutes,
okay,
because
5 minutes.
We have some new faces that are here, and then we got Nobody 17 who's returned. Thank you very much. Yeah, we want to make sure you guys are gonna be here because we're gonna do our top 5s really quick, and then that'll be it for the podcast.
Yeah. Oh, I have to get my top 5 list.
Yeah, so you gotta get your top 5 list. I remember mine in my head, to tell you the truth. So we'll try. I'll try and put like the images up on the board behind us with the board, the green screen, digitally. So yeah.
Go.
We're gonna try and do it. It'll be really nice. All right, guys. So just give us a second. We'll be
5
right
minutes while we gather ourselves.
Yes, starting soon. Here. I'll do the countdown. It'll say 10 minutes, but honestly, it's just 5. Alright, guys. Alright.
We're back.
We
Are
are
we back?
back. No,
We're
yeah,
back.
we're back.
Hi.
What's up, dudes?
Okay.
Everyone.
So we are going to do our top fives.
We're gonna do our top fives. Here we go.
Nobody says number one Fruits Basket final season. Zeke says the same.
You know? Yeah, we'll see where we rank those at. We'll see where we rank those. Alright, so basically, Liz, you go first.
I don't know that I can give them rankings like numbers, like number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. But yeah, okay. I mean, yeah, I see where you're coming from for sure. I'll just do them in the order that I have them here, and then just
give
see
us
what
your
happens.
honest opinion. Yeah. Honest opinion. Don't influence her.
Bye, Zeke. Nice talking to you. Thank you for stopping by.
All right, thank you very much, Zeke. You take care. Have a good one. Come back and check out the video after we're done so you can see the top 5.
Yeah. Okay, so my top 5 anime for spring 2021 are in no particular order. Shadow's House is one of them because of all the things that I said earlier. It's just, it does mystery right. It's gorgeous to look at. It keeps me wondering and guessing, and it's cute. All at the same time. I love it. It's great. Then also Odd Taxi. We talked about it earlier. Odd Taxi is just the best anime of the season, probably. I'm only saying that because it's encapsulated in one season with all just those number of episodes, and it does a perfect job of doing it. It's a wonderful mystery. It keeps you guessing also, and it's just unique in its style.
I agree.
Both narrating style and visual style, musical style, everything. Like it's so unique. It's great, but it does it in a good way. And then To Your Eternity is another one of my top anime, just because the feels, so many feels, all of the feels on that show. It's also beautiful to look at.
Pretty good. It's
visually,
pretty good.
And it makes you feel things too, and it's just, it also kind of keeps you guessing because, well, you're like, oh great, we're gonna see this one die. Well, you know some things, you don't expect others, and the way that it's dealt with is really good. So I'm really enjoying it. I'm enjoying that one. It's gonna continue, so we'll continue watching that. What's it called? The Saint's Magic Power is
Omnipotent.
That's also one of my favorites. It was really good for the same reasons. I'm not a huge like romance nerd or fan or whatever, but it's so good.
Neither am I.
You know, but it's done so well because it's not just about the romance. There's so much about this independent woman that you see and follow, and that's what makes it good. And then there's romance, you know? So it's really cool. The isekai part of it is really interesting too. So it's just, I love what it's doing. And of course, Fruits Basket, the final season, the end of the story that we've been waiting for forever. Yes, of course, that's in my top 5. I don't know if my number 1, just because it's taken so long to be here. So like if you were to just watch the last season with no context, you'd be lost. So I don't count it that way, so I would say Odd Taxi is my number 1. But if I count everything all over, then probably Fruits Basket, just because of what it stands for and what it symbolizes. But really Odd Taxi, I think, for me. Those are my top 5.
And those are good top 5s. Sorry, we have a cat. We decided to open a door since this is the finishing. The last stretch. Alright, so my top 5, which I have on my list right here, so I'll be going over it for you guys. I thought long and hard about these, and these are honestly the ones that I really enjoyed the most, so, you know, this is my personal preference and everything. I know everyone has different ones, but yeah, with that being said, Combatants will be dispatched. That one's number 5, I guess you can say. Loved the comedy. It was really, really good. I thought it was just like some sort of series or franchise that was kind of like just, it was just there for fan service to try and get you to just, watch it in specifics for that alone. And maybe like some other stuff, Yeah, this is a little distracting, huh? And then the other one is that I really enjoyed the most, believe it or not, is Shadow's House. That one was right up there. I'll say number 4, Shadow's House is awesome. You definitely... It's engaging enough that it should keep you very attentive to its storyline all the way through, but if it doesn't, I urge you to just stick with it. And then the story is going to unfold and it'll be really nice. So that's basically all I have to say about Shadow's House. It's really good. I liked it a lot. It was super cool and super intriguing. Oh, man. Okay, and then the next one that I liked after that will probably have to be Fruits Basket. Final. That number 3, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. She got me into it. I've heard a lot about it. I just never really was like, yeah,
Every time you say that, every time they know.
I hope so. And just make sure it's like imprinted in your head, because I'm a believer is basically the point. And it's
my fault that really he cried at the last episode.
I got a little teary. It wasn't profuse water flow.
I was definitely crying.
Yeah, she was. But it was nice. I liked it a lot. It was very fulfilling. And so yeah, Fruits Basket was great. I don't hate Akito anymore. I forgive Akito. It's more Ren now that I hate Ren with a passion. So anywho, yeah, there's that. And then that was what, 3? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so number 3. Wow, you have such a wet nose, you cat. It's dripping. I hope he's not sick. Anywho, that was number 3. Number 3. Wait, 5, 4, 3.
Yeah.
So 2. Man.
You only have 2 left.
I know. Tokyo Revengers. That's going to be my number 2. Tokyo Revengers is really good. I'm a shonen freak. I love anything shonen. Man, that was the storytelling behind it was very good. It had that game aspect that you're kind of like, oh, okay, and then they throw in the time traveling, which kind of just it heightens everything even more in my perspective. Mm-hmm. So I liked it a lot. I thought it was great. So Tokyo Revengers is another one that I really, 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 really enjoyed. And then my number 1, obviously, come on, Odd Taxi. Odd Taxi's number 1. Good. That one is so good. It reminded me of the good old film days that when you watch a lot of indie films like Guy Ritchie that was coming up, Darren Aronofsky and whatnot. Man, you get that feel from them. It's really nice. I liked it a lot. Oh man, it was so good. And then the very, very end, which is a separate twist, which is just it's mind blowing.
It's mind blowing.
Oh, and I just hope.
How could anybody see this coming? I don't understand.
That was very surprising. So oh man, yeah, no, Odd Taxi is great. Yeah. I have to. I'm really, 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 really uber curious if Orakawa-san is gonna make it out of this alive and everything, because I'm not saying anything else. That's it.
I think he'll be fine, but yeah, the character is crazy at the end. That's not the scientific term, but I mean he's not okay. Considering everything that has happened,
he's snapped out.
This person was not okay at any given time throughout the entire thing. It's so good. It's such a good show. Highly recommend it to everybody.
Character is crazy.
I guess that's our number 1.
Yeah, that last character is crazy at the end.
And
yes, I know. Yeah. That's some audition shit right there.
Yeah, it was so good. Definitely.
Pretty intense.
I guess it's our.
Yeah.
Our recommendation.
That's our number one. That's our number one
recommendation
recommendation. Please check out Odd Taxi. That one was so good.
If you watch nothing else from
so
this season,
good.
Watch Odd Taxi.
Yeah, definitely check out Odd
So
Taxi.
good.
It's nice. I can't stress it enough. It's the number one.
I don't think whatever means necessary is in that way.
Is that
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. A lot happens.
All right.
But anyway,
So that is, that's basically it, guys.
Thank you for joining us.
We're done for the night. We gave you our rundown of all the anime that we were watching this series, this season, for spring. It's now pretty much ended. Today and tomorrow, I think, are like the last episodes for anything, if there is anything, like very, very small amount. But then they're usually the ones that are continuing into the next season. So we have summer 2021 that's coming up. So summer's already started. We're gonna try and compile a list of all the stuff that we're gonna be keeping an eye on and watching, and then make a pre-recorded video for you guys of an anticipated anime that we want to look out for, or that we are going to look out for. And we hope you share the same hype.
I think you should look out for it.
Yes,
yeah, exactly.
yes. We hope we share the same hypeness in that sense.
Look forward to that in the next week.
I want to say 1 to 2 weeks.
Yeah, we'll be doing that.
Please. And then we're going to have an anime so far for summer 2021.
As always, midway.
At the 6th, 7th episode, most likely 7th episode. Especially if it's 13 episodes, because this season had a lot of 13 episodes.
Series, yeah.
A lot of them. So, yeah. Make sure to keep an eye out for that. So you got some content coming in the next couple of weeks. And we thank you very, very much for tuning in and watching us for a good like 2.5 hours almost. I really appreciate it.
Not bad.
It's nice. Yeah, it's
not bad.
It's great. It's not that bad.
Let us know what you think of the podcast and all these anime in the comments. If you weren't here for it live, like Zeke and Nobody's and all our friends here, thank you for stopping by. But yeah, leave us your questions and comments below, and we'll try to get back to them as soon as we can.
Yes.
So
I know I will. I'll try for sure. All right, guys. Take care. We'll see y'all next time. I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna cue you off into some music. It'll be very lovely for you all, and I hope you guys have a great weekend. Happy 4th of July to all you in the U.S.
Bye-bye.
It'll be great. Bye.